thank you. Thank you both for taking time out. Obviously, we're here to talk about Grind, which is a horror anthology, which is screening at South by Southwest this week. You both feature in the segment content moderation, in which Joel, he's kind of promised the dream job, but he just has to make it through this one little probationary period that, might be a little bit, it might be a little bit bad. But there's this dream carrot at the end of it. What was it about, this concept and these characters that made you both want to get involved with this story?
How you feeling? Want to jump in?
Yeah. Well, I think it was like one, it's just fun to go and make stuff, like it feels like sort of, I mean, are you in LA, Kat? I mean,
In the
this,
UK.
oh, you're in the UK. Okay. Well, it sort of feels like sometimes movies and TV take a long, long time to get going. And so when someone already has like a train that's leaving the station, it's really fun just to jump in and go make stuff with, a fun group of people, smart filmmakers, good writers, great producers, stuff like that. And I think this movie is really fun because it says something about work and like the culture of work and how we're all sort of struggling right now. And yeah, I think it's a really fun way to sort of comment on stuff without being too heavy-handed about it.
Yeah, I think same. I just thought it was like really, it's such a zeitgeisty commonplace. I mean, I don't know anybody that escapes this reality, for themselves. Like I maybe know two people, but like I haven't talked to them in 20 years. So like that's it's like there's a different world that you live in if you're not in this one. And I thought they did a great job being super inventive and entertaining to touch on the subject, which is so nice. Like yeah, like Rob said, it's not heavy-handed. It didn't seem like it's putting up like no one's getting on a soapbox with a bullhorn and trying to like change the entire world. It's just sort of like, hey, we're gonna acknowledge this, and it's nice. Like I read that, I was like, yeah, man, it's like so slightly relieving, just kind of what you hope, movies and art and stuff can do, for people and that too. Like I didn't know Rob was gonna be in it. I didn't know, and I just read the thing and met Ed and Brea and Chelsea. But also when they said we got Rob Huebel, I was like, get the fuck out of here. So like, so that was yeah, that was a nice part of this whole thing too.
It's really great to work with me, Kat. It's really
Exactly.
great.
It's literally, yeah, that's
I mean,
it.
ask anybody. Anybody says that.
Every single person there. Yeah,
Nice. Joel's job involves watching all of these, heinous clips. His job is basically to decide if this horrible thing should be allowed on the internet or not. In terms, obviously, in the edit, the audience, see some of those clips that have been made. For you, when you were filming, Chris, were they there, or were you having to kind of imagine, or did Ed kind of talk you through? It's kind of be look about like this now, or
no idea. It was just a dot on a green laptop screen, on a green computer screen. That's it. And they would just, and like even Ed gave, he like, they just be like, all right, this is you watching. I was like, for how long? Like, indefinitely. And then they're just like call action. And I would just keep going until I was like, do you guys have enough of the thing? Like, yeah, we're good, we're good. So yeah, no idea. But we were talking earlier, the filmmakers, they all of their friends helped them make this movie, so everybody that was involved in every capacity, production design and wardrobe and makeup, everyone was also like a horror freak and like they were all making their own films, they're all writing their own films. So they all came together. So I think all the videos they actually made for this were done by everyone else, were done like, because while I was there, like the person doing craft services was like, I'm gonna record this awesome video this weekend of this guy stepping in front of a bus. And I was like, okay. And so like they were kind of doing this and having a lot of fun with it. And yeah, so I had no idea what they were gonna put on screen though. We did it.
well, when you get to watch the film, you get to meet Frogman, who has his own series of films. Frogman makes a little appearance, so that's
Mm.
sort of you.
Frogman's making a lot of money on OnlyFans, I think.
That's it.
Yes,
Frogman is
yes,
blowing up. Yeah. Get
exactly.
that merch, get that Frogman merch, you know what I mean?
And Rob, you play Joel's boss. I think he's a very recognizable figure to anybody, that's worked in an office or, most sorts of jobs. Was there anybody that you kind of looked to for inspiration for Andy?
I mean, I think he's kind of a ripoff of a lot of these asshole billionaires that run the companies that control the media and control like so many different aspects of our lives, whether that's like Jeff Bezos or any one of these like tech bro billionaire guys that really don't give a fuck about what their company is doing, like these um, AI guys that are just subcontracting their technology to surveil all of us and to like slowly rein us in. So I think that all of those guys are sort of like these cartoon villains that we used to laugh about in movies, but now they're real. These are like real dudes and really like causing harm to our world. um, yeah, so I love shitting on those guys. I love making fun of those guys. I just think they're horrible people, and I love making fun of horrible people, I guess.
Nice. And one of the things that Grind does really well is in it blends, the darker aspects with the absurd, with the humor. You both have, an experience and background in comedy. How does that kind of help you when it comes to balancing that? Because I think oftentimes horror and comedy are kind of like the, two sides of the same coin.
I
Yeah,
think
for
that's
sure.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's like, good comedy is always like really honest, like from some weird place, I always think it's like misplaced honesty, so it's someone's being honest about something that isn't supposed to fit right there. And yeah, and I think, I mean, we also got like good writing. Like I remember like the first day Rob and I met and, doing this, it was this sort of comment of like, hey man, like this is a little tiny movie, but like this writing's really good. Like that it was like there's a lot to work with and really fun, and it's easy to memorize and then like show up and have some energy about, because like especially these scenes that we had to do, they're there's like so much to work with and so much that you can create from, and I think that speaks to, yeah, I think that speaks to like they did a really good job mixing these genres, and making a legit horror comedy. Because I honestly I've worked on a couple of the horror comedies, and like you chuckle, you're like, but it's really just some horror stuff. And I think this one like really got a good mesh of both of those things.
It's fascinating too, though, like you said, Kat, that horror and comedy are like so closely related. I mean, they're both like kind of the only genre where there's a physical reaction, whether it's like a laugh or a scream, there's like it's bringing out a physical reaction from your body. And yeah, it's just interesting to me that like those two genres are like so related to each other.
And I guess, Grind is screening at South by Southwest. For those that can't be at the screening, why should they be keeping an eye out for this film when it comes to their neck of the woods?
I think if you want a little bit of relief from your daily grind, I think this is a good place to find it. I feel like we're all kind of living through this nightmare right now, with everything that's going on in the world, and certainly where we are. Chris lives in Ireland mostly, but here in the States, it's falling apart, cat. And I think that you can find some comfort and find um, some release in a little bit of art and a little bit of entertainment, And so I think it's kind of cool to comment on work and sort of the hellscape of work, but not n not too heavy-handed.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't know anybody with any kind of job that isn't that can't relate to the idea that like that like life can be hell, just work life, and it's just a very common experience, and we do our best to kind of like I think suppress those feelings and repress them and avoid those feelings. So it's a nice, I mean, that's what this whole thing really that's why they made this, you know. That was the idea. You know, it was like, yo, let's have some fun uniting people in the shared experience of just like it's a hustle, man, and it's exhausting and it sucks. Like it just sucks. Like, you know, and everybody knows that. And I often find myself like I just traveled in the airport. I just said, you know, I live in Ireland most of the time. I just came over here to Los Angeles and like half my day yesterday was spent apologizing to the stewardess and like the coffee barista on behalf of humanity for the person that was just awful, you know, just like that just like threw something for no. I was like, man, the world's tough, man, and you know, and so yeah, I think that I'd look out for it for that
Yes.
reason.
Yeah, well, I think it's a great film. It's a lot of fun. It's got a great kind of message behind it. So I wish you both best of luck with the festival and future screenings. And thank you so much for your time.
Thanks,
Thank
Kat.
you. Nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. And I have to say, Chris, thank you for being my second member of the tripod that I've met.
Oh, no way. Who else did you meet?
Emil.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just Paul to go now.
Just Paul to go. That's it.
Yeah.
Nice
But
to
thank
meet
you
you.
guys so much and have fun with the screening.
Thank you.